여러분 안녕, Ashley입니다. And today we're doing a reading for Enhypen's Sunoo. It's Enhypen, right? Yeah, the one that everybody's like worried about. So, is it Enhypen? Pretty sure it's Enhypen. I've been out of it this whole week, so yeah, bear with me. All right, I've not been well since my birthday. Oh, and I finished my painting that nobody cares about, but I'm gonna show you anyway because I said that I would. See what I made? Isn't it cute? My little BTS door. Is it too bright? Here we go. Let me hold it back here. Isn't that hideous? It's hideous. I know. I shouldn't have done the purple. But it's not that bad. You hang it on the wall. It's not that bad. I got a couple other things I'm working on for the kids I take care of because the baby's first birthday is next month. So I'm going to give him a cute little koala painting. That already just the sketch looks better than that hideous monstrosity I just showed you. Anyway. Sunoo. Okay. Let's get into it, shall we? Ooh, okay, I like this. Queen Mab is about daring to dream or daring to live your dream, finding new ideas and inspiration and creativity to help you achieve dreams that are as of yet unfulfilled. And she tells you not to let others deflect you from your dreams or push you away from your dreams, right? Which, if he is somebody who's feeling like the odd one out or not included or anything like that, that makes a lot of sense, right? Maybe this isn't everything he thought it would be. It's not the vision he had for his dreams and his goals. And maybe other people are like, well, just do this and not do it. Don't do it the way you want to. Try it this way first. Let's see. Okay. The Green Lady in reverse is the next card. In reverse, the Green Lady is about lack of energy or any real purpose or direction. It could be about negative emotions like envy or jealousy, but it's also being easily bored or discouraged. So maybe he isn't sure of the path he's on. He's not sure if the direction his life is taking, and it's making him feel discouraged. Maybe he looks at other members and he's like, well, it comes so easy to them and not to me. Let's see what he gets next. Okay. This card is about success through hard work, satisfaction in a job well done, and having helpful friends. Or specifically, like, a helpful friend. Like that one friend that really knows you and has your back and knows how to clearly form a plan or how to help you organize your thoughts and sit down and see things clearly. So this card I like because it talks about succeeding, right? But putting in the effort necessary, maybe getting a little help where you need it. But there is success. It's not like he's going to be a whole failure. I don't ever like seeing... I've never really seen cards like that, but... You know, you get the cards that tell you to try something else. But this is success through hard work, right? And knowing you did well. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Boogeyman. Boogeyman is next. Boogeyman is about ungrounded fears, anxiety, unfounded anxiety, worrying over nothing, and maybe being a little bit oversensitive. So he could be a sensitive boy, right? But he's worrying for no reason. Even like feeling discouraged or lacking any real purpose or direction could all be things that he's just concocted in his mind, and there's really no reason for him to feel that way. And that could come from, like, this card is also groundless anxiety, so it's like that anxiety that you have for no reason at all. You're just an anxious person. He's making himself maybe feel these things, think these things, for absolutely no reason at all. It's his anxiety that's like, you're not doing good enough. What are you doing? This isn't how it's supposed to be. Are you sure this is the direction you want to go? Look how well he does. Like, could be that. Could be he feels all of these things because he's anxious, because he has anxiety. Don't let others deflect from your dreams could also be don't let yourself deflect you from your dreams. As we saw with Queen Mab, the first card. Others could be your subconscious saying, hey, why are you bothering? I have that every day. I usually film this day that I'm filming this is not the day I normally film. I usually do it yesterday, which is Tuesday, and I just could not bring myself to do it, which is horrible because now I have to do everything today, and I hate that. It's too much. So I let myself detract me from the things I know I should do, and he could have that same issue, which I feel is a common issue for most people. And he could be sensitive. Like I said, he could be a sensitive boy, which I feel like when you're in a public industry, that's not really it's not really good. Like, yeah, have your emotions, be sensitive, but you also need to have a layer of not giving a shit, because people are gonna say things, and you can't be sensitive to everything everybody says. It could even be like people he works with, vocal coaches, dance instructors, things like that. Anyway, what's next? Okay. Yeah, this card is about needing to stand back from a situation in order to see things clearly. It's about maybe a temporary retreat. Planning and foresight, like I said with that one with the friend. Right, that knave card. Let me show you. 2 cards ago. This one. Right? I said something about planning and foresight, and it always helps to have a plan. That way, if you end up in a situation where you feel bad about yourself or you feel like you can't do it, you have your plan and be like, nope, just stick to the plan and do what you're doing. But he might need to take some time for himself and just get realigned, right? Get realigned, check in with himself, make sure everything with him is the way it's supposed to be. Make sure he's happy, because if you're not happy, then you're on the wrong path. But I don't think he is. Let's see what the next one. Oh, yeah, good. Next card is the unicorn. The unicorn is about great blessings. It's about hope and healing and joy and inspiration, relief from anxiety. So maybe he's getting more comfortable, or this is a sign that he will be getting more comfortable with himself, with his job, with the other members. Oh, okay. Yeah. Next we have Midsummer in reverse. Midsummer in reverse is about oversensitivity and muddled thinking, seclusion, exclusion, lack of communication. Maybe he has retreated. Maybe he's pulled back, and it's because of the anxiety and the sensitivity. And he's not communicating with the other members, which is a problem. They need to communicate, all of them together. Anybody who works in a group situation, there needs to be communication. Any type of relationship needs to have communication. Otherwise it falls apart. And it's obvious. I've gotten comments from people who follow this group very well, who in my last reading said, he's clearly the odd one out. There's been talk of leaving and all whatever. And that could be this. Not necessarily the leaving bit. But, yeah. It's him, probably, for sure. Because people said it seems that way, and if it seems that way, and the cards are coming up for him now like that, then yeah, it's probably him that's having the hardest of times. But we did see cards of good things, right? We have the unicorn, which, is about, like I said, relief from your anxiety and inspiration and joy and healing. And there was also that card of, like, creative inspiration and following your dream, right? I think he's on the right path. He might not believe it, but I think he's where he needs to be. We'll see. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. Okay, Four of Swords. The Four of Swords upright is about anxiety. Definitely think this kid has a slight anxiety situation going on. It's about overstimulation, chronic stress. Hello, welcome to the music industry. If you're not chronically stressed, you're doing it wrong. Chaos, feeling overwhelmed in life, and conflict, dealing with conflict in relationships, whether it's family relationships, friendships, any relationship, business relationships. So if he's having issues internally with the group, that would be this. He might not handle stress well. He might have anxiety and the overwhelming chaos that is the music industry, the stressfulness that is the music industry, especially the K-pop industry. Might be a lot. It might be a lot, and I've seen it be a lot for some people to handle. There are people who don't understand what they're getting into, even with the trainee process, and can't handle it. So, the Four of Swords is kind of like, where is it? Kind of like this one from the last pile. About taking time for yourself, spending time alone to relax and recharge yourself. To realign yourself, refocus yourself, and get back to what's normal. Because when you're in a high stress situation, or you're working a lot and maybe you don't really have time to sleep well or eat well, it takes a toll on you mentally as well as physically, and you need to take time out to rest and get yourself back to right, because your body will not allow you to go like that for too long. Let's see what the next one is. Ace of Wands. Yep, okay. Ace of Wands is about creativity. I have a hair, sorry. Creativity, enthusiasm, brilliant ideas, breakthroughs, a fresh start. Oh, a fresh start. Okay. Ushering in exciting times, right? Aces are all about, like, new things, creation, the beginning, something happening, right? But the Ace of Wands is about creating something new, having bright ideas, unique ideas, something that's maybe unexpected, like going out, something you might, like, it's going out on a limb to do. Like, people would look at it and be like, that's freaking crazy, but it's genius, so crazy it just might work sort of situation. So yeah, the Ace of Wands is saying be brave and think outside the box. So I think maybe things aren't going the way he wants or expects them to. And maybe he wants to try something different. And I think it would be good for him to do that, whether it's talking to the group and saying, hey, let's try this, or he does something on his own. But there needs to be something, or there will be something that is unique and different, and probably something that is uniquely him. Yeah, these two together, actually, when you get the Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands, um, together they tell you to focus on new beginnings, um, a complete reset. These two together indicate a complete reset. It says your past doesn't matter very much. It's what lies in the future that's important. So whatever back here that could be bothering him or he's not happy with doesn't matter. It's what's coming that matters. So he needs to go out on a limb with a new idea, something that is creative, that's unique, that's different, that is like a complete reset for him. Because it's going to lead to a better future. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. Hangman in reverse is about stagnation, discontent, negative patterns, seeing no solution, and also fear of sacrifice, which, like I said, the K-pop industry is majority sacrifice, whether you sacrifice time with your family, sacrifice your sleep, sacrifice your food. The whole thing is a sacrifice. But this card is about feeling as though you're giving and not getting anything in return. So he might feel unfulfilled in his current state, which is why he's getting this. This is what he needs to feel more fulfilled. But the Hangman is also about you can't go back and change your past. You have to work with what you have, right? So he's in a position, I think, that he's maybe not thrilled, but he has this. So where he is conducive to doing this. He can come up with an idea and maybe implement it in his current situation to help him get out of this negative pattern, this discontentment he lives in, right? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Six of Wands in reverse is about failure. It's about losing. It's about broken promises. It is the manifestation of disappointment. But you cannot have life only being successful. Like, even the people who seem like everything works out in their favor, that's not always the case. You need success and failure. Like, success is not success without failure, right? Like, good isn't good without bad, right? Dark and light don't exist without each other. So do success and failure. It's like, the yin-yang concept. One cannot exist without the other, okay? The Six of Wands is kind of... It's about failure, but failure in a good way, not failure as in you suck and you're going to end up like Johnny in Karate Kid. That's not the case. Here, this is about failure making you humble. Failure as a learning experience. Failure as a teacher. This card says success is not what teaches you. Failure is. Failure is not failure. It is a learning experience. It is a stepping stone to help you improve and grow and get to where you need to be. It's not really a failure. It's an opportunity to try again. So, I think even if he feels like he's failing, he's not, because he's learning and he's in a situation to learn and grow. And that helps everybody in the long run, right? Like anybody in a situation. If you're not learning, you're not growing. And you don't want to ever be stagnant in your progress. Okay? That's everybody. Everybody that draws breath on this planet. You don't ever want to be stagnant. Nothing changes. It gets very monotonous, very boring, and then you might as well be dead. Okay? So, the Six of Wands, he's not failing. He's growing. He's learning. Even if he doesn't realize it right now, he's learning, and these are all things that he can implement later on, for maybe this type of situation. I learned from this to do it that way, and how about I apply it in this new, different way and go out on a limb and try something new and unique. Let's see what's next. Okay. Temperance in reverse is about imbalance, discord, hastiness, things kind of maybe falling apart a little bit. It's about feeling not right for a while, off kilter, kind of off balance, like something isn't lined up right, things aren't working out right, just wrong, okay? And these could be things that are home related, work related, physically in your body, you just don't feel right. Lack of purpose. We saw that in one of the earlier cards. It could also be like feeling like you lack purpose. Like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, right? Like he's there, but he doesn't really, he's like, I'm kind of lost. But like I said, that anxiety that we saw in the first few cards could be making him feel like he has no idea what he's doing. But he really does. But yeah, Temperance in reverse is like just, it's another one that tells you to step back and just look at where you are, how things are. You don't got to go making huge sweeping changes immediately, but take stock of your situation, right? Make sure things are lining up for you in your best interest and what works best for you. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, Four of Cups. Four of Cups in reverse actually is about passion or taking action, moving forward, overcoming obstacles, which I like to see, right? Because he's had a few, whether they're like mentally he feels like things are holding him back, or he's just holding himself back because of anxiety or fear or worry or whatever. The Four of Cups is about pushing yourself, like we saw earlier, outside of the box. It's kind of like you already have. Okay, maybe he's decided this is what he needs to do. Maybe he's decided, or he's close to deciding, that he needs to do something new and different and outside the box. And just go for it. Because the Four of Cups is about gaining freedom. Four of Cups in reverse is about gaining freedom from what's bothered you for so long, what's held you back for so long. When this comes up, you have everything that you need, kind of like the Magician. You have everything that you need to affect positive change and move forward in your life. But yeah, it's thinking outside the box like we saw earlier. He needs to, I think, do something different. Maybe the group dynamic, maybe the energy, the style of the group doesn't vibe with him well. And that's why it seems like he doesn't really fit. Not because he's a bad fit, but because he's on a different wavelength. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the next card is the Tower in reverse. The Tower in reverse is about resisting change or a narrow escape, right? Could also be delaying the inevitable. Knowing it's time to let go, but being afraid to, so you hold on tighter. like, it's a kind of situation where you need to evaluate your relationships, your connections, the things that you're doing, and see what is healthy, what's unhealthy, what's serving you and not serving you, and cut out the bad. It might be difficult, there might be some heartache and pain, but in the long run, it's worth it. Something needs to change. Something needs to change in a new, unique, big way, the going out on a limb type of way. And he might need to cut some things out in the maybe he does need to leave. Maybe he does. Let's see. Let's see what the next one is. Three of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups is about a neglected social life. Hi, welcome to the K-pop industry. It's about frustration and gossip. And people apparently have been talking about how he doesn't seem to fit with the group and how he's the odd one out and maybe he's a little neglected. People have been talking. But the Three of Cups in reverse is also about feeling like you've been met with failure at every turn. We saw that earlier. He might feel like he's failing, but he's really not. It's not failing. It's a learning experience. It's something he can apply later on in life to help him succeed, right? The Three of Cups in reverse, because cups, are water cards, so it's kind of like the flowing of water. It's about how, even if you feel like you're failing, push forward because things get better. Like, bad things come, but so do good things, because that's how water works. Like tides. Good things come and good things go, and he's right now maybe in a moment where there's not so many good things, but the good things are coming back. He might have to deal with people talking, as they currently seem to be, but it's not bad. Things aren't going to be bad forever. Let's see what the last one is for this pile. Ooh, Three of Pentacles. Okay. Three of Pentacles is about, teamwork, but also focused effort and growth and learning. Mastery, recognition, studying. It's also sometimes like acquainted with apprenticeship, so maybe learning from somebody else. But it's also encouragement that you're on the right track. He's doing all of the things he needs to be doing. He's doing all of the right things. He might not feel like he is at the moment, but he's making progress. It might not be as fast as he wants or as noticeable as he wants, but he's good at what he does. He's competent in what he does. He's making progress and the right choices. He's on the right path and he's doing the right thing. So he might have to go through a few moments where he feels like he's failing, where he's scared, he's a little anxious, but he's doing the right things, and he needs to take all of those negatives and view them as learning experiences and apply them in positive ways and be like, okay, well, here's what I learned. Don't do this, do that, try it this way. Try something new, something unique, something different, right? Let's see. Let's see what his last pile is. Justice. Okay. The Justice card is about reflection. It's about inner calling, awakening. Ooh, rebirth. But it's also about introspection and self-assessment. So there might be choices or changes, like important changes he has to make, and that cannot be avoided. So he needs to look inside himself and figure out what exactly it is he wants, which of these options fits that best, what's going to make him happy, and it's going to lead to a rebirth. I like it. Didn't we see that earlier too? Something about rebirth, change. I don't know. He's got a lot of things about like change and stuff. Okay. Next, he got Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is about chance. It's about fate and destiny, luck turning in your favor. Um, even cycles, life cycles, right? Things are lining up, especially when you get it in. Almost said in reverse. It's not reverse. Upright. Okay, when you get it normal, um, things are lining up in your benefit. You might come across some surprising new opportunities and offers, which is great. Um, but it's about manifesting your dreams, and that there's nothing to be afraid of. Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. There's divine timing and intervention working here in this kid's life, and it might seem like the worst experience of your life. You might be extremely unhappy. You might not feel right. It might be an absolute fucking misery. But it's the way it's supposed to be. It's gonna get better. I promise. Things might be a little difficult and you might not be happy, but I promise things are gonna get better. Alright? Let's see. 8 of Wands. Okay. 8 of Wands is about slow progress, so this divine timing. It might take a bit. Just a wee little bit of time. Because some people, they have to go through their trials and their hardships. So, yeah. It might take a little bit of time. He might still have a little bit of growing to do. A few more hardships to face. A few lessons to learn. But 8 of Wands in reverse says take things one day at a time. And make sure that you're wrapping up all your unfinished business. Maybe he does leave. And that's his unfinished business, is getting shit right with the group and the agency. But yeah, the 8 of Wands says that your tough times don't last forever. And, you will get to a more level, stable, steady place in your life. It might take a little bit to get there, though. Which, to be fair, like, life is long. It feels like it's not, but it is. Like, I remember being a small child. I'm not a small child anymore, and I don't know where all the damn time went, but when I think back on it, I'm like, God, that was a long time ago. So even though you think it's moving fast, it's not, and he's young, so he's got time. Oh! This is good. He got Temperance again, but this time in the upright position, which is great, which means he's going to work through some stuff. But he has to be patient. This one's about being patient, and we kind of saw that with the 8 of Wands. Oh, these two go together, don't they? Come here, you. Hold on to this 8 for a second. Let me talk about upright Temperance for a minute. Yeah, Temperance upright is about balance and patience and moderation. So even if you're in a complicated situation, you have to approach it patiently and with care and not try to rush through things. Even if you emotionally want to react, like, especially since we got anxiety cards, I'll use that as an example. If he has anxiety, your anxiety might be like, oh my God, no, run. No, don't do it, run. Go find a corner to sit in, whatever. No. Temperance says don't do that. Okay? Take a minute. Take some time. Take a breath. Everything is okay. Yeah, you're fine. You just need to be patient, okay, and take things slowly and do things in moderation. Like the 8 of Wands said, slow progress, okay? But these two together are about adventure. It's about maybe not right now in the current state that the world is in, but it's about, seeing the world, traveling. Having good experiences, having doors open for the future, for like a future relocation, a future move, not necessarily to a different country. This might not even be like traveling the world. It could be traveling to another company, traveling to another group. Although Temperance can indicate long distance travel. But, I mean, clearly nobody's traveling anywhere right now. We are in a plague. But it's there. This could be far down the line. I don't often pull cards that come out and actually pair up together. So I like pointing it out when I do. But yeah. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what's next. Oh! A card I referenced earlier. The Magician. Yeah. The Magician is having all of the skills you need to achieve what you want to achieve. It's about willpower and creation and manifestation. Having your dreams and wishes realized through your determination. Right? Putting in the hard work, like we saw in the first pile, putting in the hard work and effort it takes to achieve your dream. The Magician has the drive to make his dreams happen. So does Sunoo. Okay? It's there. He just needs to apply it. He might need to work through some stuff, but it's there. Because the Magician makes a clear path, has a clear vision for what he wants and why he wants it. And I said that earlier. Even if he has that friend help him from pile 1. Just to help him organize his thoughts, because some people find it easier to organize their thoughts if they speak it out loud. So it could be a situation like that. Maybe he definitely needs to form a plan. He needs to do some. I feel like he's not. I think he's just right now he's in that energy of anxiousness and worry and fear. But what he needs to do is take some time for himself, get himself right, figure out what exactly it is he wants, start realizing that these failures he feels he has aren't failures, they're lessons and stepping stones, and then start applying them to himself in his life to help him progress as a person. Last one. Okay. Yeah. Ace of Coins in reverse is about negativity. It's about procrastination, frustration, poor planning, but also taking things slowly. Making sure that you are taking time to plan things, that you have a cohesive plan that actually makes sense and is operational, right? Like it's a functioning plan. But it's also about becoming more stable and conquering your insecurity, which I kind of like getting that at the end. When you get this card, it says you have to take the time to contemplate your life lessons, which is what I was just saying. And then learn how to apply them to move forward to your bright and abundant future, because this is a coin card. And the coins, pentacles, whatever your deck calls them, are usually the financial cards, the money cards. So, make sure you're planning correctly and you're implementing your plan and taking into consideration all of your life lessons, because that will lead to a bright and abundant future. So there's good things for this kid. He might have a little bit of a hard time of it, but you know what? That just makes it more worth it. Because if you have something handed to you and it's easy, I think it's less fulfilling, it's less satisfying than something you've actually had to make an effort and work for. You know? If you put in the effort and the hours and the work and the dedication necessary, and you keep getting setbacks, that helps you grow and mature as a person, and you will appreciate what you have later on because you had to work so hard for it. Let's see what his oracle card is. he got the Mist card. The Mist card is about ascertaining a situation and deciding what direction to go in, which we kind of saw before. He had a couple cards about like choices or decisions and stuff, like the Temperance card and stuff. But the Mist card is about being given a chance to reconsider what you want, right? And she says, don't be indecisive, because indecisiveness will keep you from being able to fully analyze the problem or the situation. So, like I said, needs to have a clear vision of what he wants, because he's being given a second chance. He just has to know he wants it and take it. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's it for this reading. And yeah, what's next week's? Girlfriend? GFriend? I think next week's is GFriend. I can't see my calendar from over here, but pretty sure it's GFriend. So yeah, that's it for this reading. If you liked it, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video, which is usually every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. There's better pictures of this hideous painting on my Instagram, actually. My name's in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.